Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, where we are going to be exploring further into. Oh, I tell you. Hey, everybody, welcome now that you can hear me and I'm not muted because I decided to go back before we could go forward. Welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We have a lot to do, a long way to go, and a short time to get there. But before we go forward, we have to go back. And more importantly, we really need to address the elephant in the room. What? Look at those. Oh my goodness. Those are our die-hard Mythica dice. They are the Ruby Platinum, and they are yours. Or they're somebody's. By the end of this show, we will be giving those away as I bring in the rest of the cast. We will be giving those away at some point tonight. You could hear me before just fine? Fantastic. Well, then everything should be fine. Dungeon of the Muted Mage. That's right. This is how we're going to roll that from now on. But we're going to give away those dice at the end of the night because our new sponsor, Die Hard Dice, is gifting those away to one of the fine members of the Legion. But before we get into all of that, you should be made aware of the circumstances surrounding the current plight of our adventurers that we see around, and somebody directly below me that I don't know. But before we go, let's see where we've been. At the last episode, we had the group work their way through the spiraling rapids to probably their best success as a team. We had the fey instincts and the teleportation of Garnet. We had the sacrifice of Sir Gorbrin. We had the sheer strength against nature of Kyogen. We had Karis go head to head with a wall, a tidal wave of water. And we had Dirna Hall teach us all a lesson about converting a broom of flying into a torpedo. And so, just like Captain Planet, with all of their powers combined, they were able to make it from this deadly situation in the spiraling rapids to the next logical port of call. They were in a banquet hall. They were in a party of sorts in an estate in Waterdeep, or so they believed. They sat with various people. Sir Gorbrin sat with Lady Lariel Silverhand. Garnet sat with Perry, her friend that we met at the carnival. And then, of course, we had Kyogen and Dirna Hall, who sat at a table by themselves, but they saw things much differently, as they have been to a place the others have not, a place that revealed far more than just this Waterdavian estate. But it was perhaps Karis who was gifted with the full breadth of sight, as her companion was the Lass of Lyrics, the vampire that they had met early in their adventures. The lass explained that there was trickery at foot, as there often is here in Undermountain, but this in and of itself was of design. This was of a moment of capture for the party, for tackling and addressing their fears and desires, their wants and their needs, and they were stuck here. But Perry and Garnet proved them wrong and left the estate and left this scene of illusion altogether, finding a way to cross over the barrier back into the real world. We're not really sure because they got to the top of the wall and jumped off. We don't know where, what, if, or how they landed. But back inside the Waterdavian estate, as Dirna Hall realized something needed to be done, and as she began to leave the area, the doors swung open. And in walked a man with red hair, seemingly at ease with his surroundings. And as he addressed them all, and the illusion finally shattered, where there were tables and chairs and accoutrement of the Waterdavian estate became toadstool, became mushroom, as this being who walked forward, forewarned, foreshadowed, and talked about by the Lass of Lyrics, perhaps, for instead of a flower on his lapel, a pinned yellow mushroom. And as he walks forward, that is where we're going to pick up this session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. As he comes face to face with Dirna Hall, Kyogen is in the room. Kyogen is in the room, as is Sir Gorbrin, as is Karis. The Lass of Lyrics has disappeared. Her own illusion and the illusion of Lariel Silverhand being dispelled. Oops, did we lose Lauren again?
She is restarting again.
Okay. What I will do is let me give us 1 second, friends, and we'll be right back. Let me actually we're gonna go ahead and do it like this. Kika, go right ahead. You have been approached by this being, the Mushroom Man, until we know exactly what to call them. But what would you like to say, as he is definitely blocking your exit?
As Junahel sees him, she's like, oh, 1 moment, please. She takes out that the notebook that the Lass of Lyrics gave her and writes a quick letter to the Lass of Lyrics and sends it off and says, I'm sorry, I promised I would do that. And now you have my full attention.
Okay. You see him pause comically to allow you to pen your note to the lass, and as you do so, he allows turns into a bat here in Undermountain, and it begins to it flies past. He doesn't watch as it goes. Dirna Hall, you're not supposed to be here.
No one's supposed to be here.
Oh, I beg to differ. The other 4, he looks over your shoulder, or 3, they're to be here, but you weren't.
Oh, do you want me to leave? I can leave.
In a matter of speaking.
Is that a threat? Are you gonna be like, you will leave by dying? Is that one of those things?
See, I told them that you would get exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't...
I appreciate your acceptance of the matter.
Well, understanding and acceptance are 2 different things. Do you want to talk to them first, or what?
We can talk. Are you speaking for them? You seem to be guiding them. Are you? And the rest of you can hear all of this, the ones that are in the room.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can talk to the paladin, I guess. The paladin likes talking about things. Don't you, paladin?
I didn't say that. I said, who's the leader? Is that you, Dirna Hall? Do you guide them? Karis, make a perception check.
I'm not sure. If you want to be technical, like, you can try to guide things all you want, but if they don't listen, then they aren't being guided, you know?
Are you trying to lead?
I'm trying to not die.
He smiles a bit. There's something in the air, Karis. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Jävla fan.
I'm going to use one of these metal dice that I have. $15.
Okay,
I got
and
15.
Sir Gorbrin?
Oh, I gotta do this too? Okay, 1 sec. Sorry, y'all. Kayla can't exactly be here today, so I'm gonna fill in as Crunk. I've never played D&D before, but it's okay. We'll see how this goes. Apparently this is with a +4, because paladins get a horror thing? I don't know.
Gronk, that's a hell of a job for just picking up the game.
Yeah, I know.
We all got 16s.
That's gonna be a 20, because I can count.
If I'm in range of the aura, then that would be a 19 for me.
Okay. we're going to say this as Karis, you're the first to identify from your position, almost like you're walking into a nightclub or a pool hall or a bowling alley back in the days in which cigarettes were allowed to frequent such places, and there's a haze and a gloam. You can see something like particles of dust drifting through the air. And with your perception check, you realize they're coming from the mushrooms surrounding you. All of you choke and feel like the particles kind of dance around your nose and your lips. You can feel them enter your mouth. It's causing a bit of just a natural type of gag, as it's just dusty and you can smell mildew.
You know, not gonna lie, man. You should probably get a maid in here or some kind of like cleaning service, you know? I'm just saying.
Oh, I plan to have
All right,
several new
I
slaves.
can't do this anymore, I guess. Sorry.
I plan to have several new helpers. I'll set them to cleaning the place.
I'm going to rip off the bottom of my robes and wrap it around my nose and mouth, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
He looks over and smiles a bit. And as he smiles, you can see that while his teeth are perfectly shaped, they have a bit of not a green, but more like a gray, like a almost a high blue quality to them that casts him as less than humanoid in the traditional sense from the rest of his appearance. It's alien almost. That's not going to help.
Well, who would I be if I didn't try?
Try to live. That's what you should do.
Corbin's gonna walk up to him. And
Go
if he
ahead.
can, grab the front of his coat. In his
As you're getting closer, since Dirna Hall is right in very close to him, Dirna, I'd like you to make a perception check or an investigation, as you're the only one close enough to see this.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I said perception for sure, and then I rolled a 21 total, 17 plus 4.
Fantastic, fantastic. So with a 21, as you sort of track over the shoulder of this individual, you see that the lone door, the double doors to this area, are now covered in the flesh as it bleeds out of the wood, this mushroomy white flesh. It seems to be slipping from the very fibers of whatever the doors are made of. And Gorbrin, when you get close and go to grab, I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. I'm going to use my last advantage on this. 25.
For a moment, as you reach forward, his hand snaps out and grabs hold of your wrist. And as he too rolled a 25, the two of you sit for a moment in this clash of wills. But because I always err with my players, you are able to go forward until you grab the jacket just beneath where the pinned yellow mushroom is. But as you do, your fingers don't go through it as if it is made of air or insubstantial. Goes through it as if it's made of a slime or of some type of very viscous fluid as you draw it back, and it strings from your fingers like you just wipe them through some slime encrusted birthday cake.
Where is she?
Well, she's not here and she's safe. You are not. Everyone make another Constitution saving throw for me, please.
By the way, anybody within 10 feet of me gets a +4 to their Constitution saving throw.
So that gives me 23.
Oh no!
Kyogen is good.
I got a
It's good.
natural 20.
I
Okay.
can roll the 1.
I really like these dice. They are very lucky.
I'm just gonna roll with these dice next time because Roll20 doesn't like me apparently.
Thanks, Die Hard Dice.
Okay, everybody, if I could have Kayla, Kika, and Lauren turn off your no problem, we'll get it set. Turn off your cameras, and then Lauren, turn yours on.
It's okay. Time for
Kika,
some
turn yours
little bit
on.
of crunk time.
And then I will snap everything back to original position. And Kayla set. Go. Okay. So with that moment of everyone feels it again around your nostrils, around your lips, as this dense air, this mold begins to seep through. And just as Gorbrin reaches and his fingers pass through the lapel and the slime comes away as opposed to cloth or material, he begins to cough. And Gorbrin, as you cough, you can't stop. And you are currently incapacitated as you drop to your knees in front of this man. You cannot take actions or reactions until you pass your next Constitution saving throw. So the rest of you pass, but you see Gorbrin drop to his knees, desperately struggling to try to get air past this choke that he has in his throat.
Seeing that happen, can I tell what sort of effect this is? Like, is it a spell or something more physical?
Roll me an Arcana check. And
Okay.
I'm going to ask Kyogen. Kyogen, you just saw the shiny human drop. What's the reaction of the Goliath at this point?
So at this point, Kyogen just sort of walks over and puts a hand on Gorbrin's shoulder. Catch your breath, shiny human. And I looked at the mushroom man. So, mushroom man, you need a new cleaning crew.
Got the 27.
I hope they're like the angry toddler friend we have, and very tiny, because when I'm done breaking your knees, that's all you'll be able to see. I'm gonna roll intimidation
Go right ahead.
with advantage.
While that is going on, Sarah Aniston in chat actually brings up a good point. Since Paladin's level 3 trait, they become immune to disease, does this count?
It's not a disease.
Okay, just checking.
Nope, absolutely, yep. It's an excellent question. And knowing I always have a paladin in the group, I always check what the, especially like racial abilities and things that it doesn't automatically kind of define. So yeah, good call out, but unfortunately not a disease. So with the intimidation of a 20, you see the person take an eye, doesn't appear intimidated, but looks at you. You'll make a good addition. I'm afraid she's going to have to die. You were right, that was not a veiled threat, Darren Hall. But you're not supposed to be here. There can't be 5. There must only be 4. And especially not you.
And there are so it's me, then him, then doors that are covered with fungus now.
Correct. And it seems like the fungus, as you're watching, it's kind of rising and bubbling, almost like the flesh of a cooked marshmallow. It's blistering off and growing layer by layer from the inside of the door.
Well, if you don't want me here, then, and I would like to dimension door past the door.
Okay. You can certainly try it. Roll me an Arcana check as you blister out with the dimension door.
An Arcana check.
Arcana check, you said.
I'll take advantage on this. Well, both my metal die. That is a dirty 20.
You are able to pull yourself out of the dimension door. You've cast the spell and you've walked, but you are able to pull out before you get encased in this membrane. You can feel that it's got some type of leeching quality to it, and it seems to be drawing you in, the teleportation, transportation magic that you used. And you are able to reform on this side of the door, but your fingertips are actually embedded into the meat and flesh of this mushroom. You can pull it out and they're fine, but you were that close to being encased in this whatever it is.
Okay, so which side of the door am I on? Am I on the door with the party or on the other side of the door?
You're still on the inside of the door. You were able to, just with a pure sensorial awareness of your magics, know that something was wrong, and you stopped it before you were encased and entombed in this.
Okay, then I will take out a pile of blood and make a circle around me on the ground.
As you begin to do this, Karis, what are you doing? We're going to roll initiative here in a second, but I want to see what you all do.
So I got a 27 on my Arcana check.
And
to
what did you want to
discern
know?
what the fuck.
What exactly was the fuck that you wanted to discern?
I mean, there's all sorts of things I'm curious about. The nature of this creature, usually people can't have things go through them like their slime.
Right?
Why?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Why?
Is there...
What is?
Okay, so is that the question you're asking? Like, you're thinking, what is this? What is this thing?
Yeah.
You see him as he's watching Kyogen intimidate, and Gorbrin cough, and Dirna Hall almost make it out, but then not. The eyes look again over the top of the fallen paladin. The smile continues, and you see two of the teeth drop lower into a point, not unlike the last of Lyrics, but there's something very different about this person. Almost as if he can hear what you're thinking. And with your Arcana check, that's what you learn.
Well, is it the free action to vehemently think "fuck you" at him?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's such a strong emotion that I'm feeling right now.
He smiles more. Right?
Before initiative, I do want to say to him, so if you need to cycle through something, go for it. I just want to say something to him before initiative.
Sure, absolutely. Dirna, you're busy doing the circle of blood. Karis, mental fuck yous getting fired. Kyogen, it is up to you before we roll initiative as he turns and looks. And before you say anything to him, he actually extends a hand. Michael Kidd. Nice to meet you, Kyogen.
Don't shake his hand, Kyogen.
So at this point, Kyogen's got his maul already, sort of like slapping it down into his other hand. And he looks at him and he goes, I'm going to say in character, sorry. If this cloud is your entire shtick, then you're in for a world of pain.
Bring it, big man.
And with that, I take a big inhale. Go ahead, give me another con save.
I was just going to say, as we roll initiative, before we do that, everybody inside, Dirna Hall, Karis, Gorbrin, and Kyogen, roll me another Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna roll this one with advantage because I was shit talking.
I don't think you understand.
Thank God I
vampire.
rolled that with advantage.
Kyogen's gonna mess you up at WrestleMania.
So I got an 18 total with the paladin
14.
aura.
With the
Oh wait,
aura-
I have advantage. 14.
Let's get a con saves first from everybody. I saw Kyogen got a 23 because of the advantage, and then let me see everyone else's or hear everybody else's, please. You said 18?
18.
Okay. Dirna Hall?
With the aura, I got a 23.
Okay. And Gorbrin, how are you doing as you try to pull yourself out of this?
I got a. Well, is this for con save or is this?
This is a con save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1 sec. Come on. You know, I'm gonna roll with my diehard dice, which
That's
you
a good idea.
guys can win at the end of the show today. Diehard dice makes some of the best metal dice that I have seen yet. It's really fun to roll, and you can get 15% off if you go to their website and use the channel's code in
Awesome.
your checkout.
Also, you can get glow in the dark dice that come in a little coffin.
The coffin
Look
is
at-
so worth it.
Look at those.
So that's gonna be a 21 because he can go fuck himself.
Okay, so you're able. Well, there's a lot of bomb dropping on the F word around here, people. I'd like you to try to calm it down a little bit. No, but Gorbrin, you're able to pull yourself out of it as you kind of spit up and almost kind of like just choke out some of these spores that are in the back of your throat. And as you are able to do so, you may all roll me initiative and let me know where you end up. As I am going to go to, I think someone just mentioned it, the Die Hard Dice Cam! Dice Cam, everybody. Let's go to first. Oh, look at those. Oh, look, there they are. Let's go to the Dice
They're so
Cam.
beautiful.
That's a
Got a
15.
19.
Okay, 15 on this end, plus whatever modifiers they might have.
Should I also roll initiative?
Lauren, yes, I was just going to say, please roll initiative as well for me.
Yeah, Kyogen's gonna roll initiative with advantage.
Oh,
Sure,
no.
just let me know the numbers whenever you all roll them out.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Lauren rolled a 7. Gorbrin,
I got a 21.
21. Kyogen,
15.
okay. And let's see. It's Kyogen. And Dirna Hall, where were you?
18.
Oh, 18, okay. Karis, what did you get? I got
19.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I will give that one to you then, Karis. As first up is Gorbrin. Gorbrin, what would you like to do?
You're muted, friend.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm not going to divine sense right now because that's going to take an action. Still pretending to cough. Gorbrin is going to put a hand on his knee and he's going to touch one of the iron splints in his armor and he's going to cast Hold Person on this vampire slime boy. It's going to be a DC Wisdom 15.
DC Wisdom 15.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18.
Oh my! It's got a +5. Okay. It's good to know.
As you touch this slime again to cast your Hold Person, you feel something off as your perception of this individual seems to be lowering. Everyone around, without need of a roll or a perception check, several of the larger toadstools and mushrooms begin to and pop as you see stalks become arms, trunks split into legs, as 3 other creatures appear in this room, all of them with oddly kind of deformed features, stretched mushroom, and not deformed. If anyone here has seen, probably Deer in a Hall might have seen like a myconid at some point. This is even worse. It's like something's been done. The jaws are longer and melted. There's something off about these creatures, and they seem to be pulling themselves free. That's their turn, though. So we are going to go to Karis.
Oh, I do have a bonus action.
Go right ahead. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
So, seeing that not working, his sword is going to burst in this kind of silver arcane runed light as he casts Wrathful Smite on it, and he draws it. And he just stares down at this vampire.
The vampire looks at you, or whatever Michael Kidd is. You might need to die too. Karis, you're up. Unless you got something else.
No, I do not. That's everything I got.
Okay.
So just to confirm, Garnet is not yet with us.
Garnet is not here. Luckily, she has escaped.
Well,
just so everybody knows too, Big Pig, 50,000, who was on our Sunday show, has donated Advantage for everyone. Advantage for everyone. And then also earlier, you received a party advantage from Red Tornado. Red Tornado 333. So those 2 Legionnaires have helped you out right now. So add 2 more advantages to your stockpile, friends.
all right. So, I would like to start with, on the request of Lauren, doing a little ditty.
About Jack and Diane? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know, I wish. I'm going to be doing a bardic inspiration for Kyogen, because he's really up and personal. He's, talking shit, and we need encouragement when people talk shit, right? Right. Okay. Whew, goodness.
Our party just went down the riptide, deeper through the undermountain. None of us were drowned tonight. Strength won't die, no, not by a vampire. We're taking you by the throat. I can't wait to see you ignite.
Take a D8 of inspiration.
Yes!
Oh goodness, my face.
That was amazing.
I love it. That's one of my favorite inspirations ever. Somebody clip that shit. That was so good.
Can we give her a DM inspiration for that? Come on, Greg.
Absolutely. Yeah, DM
Yes!
inspiration. Absolutely. Right back at you. Oh, that is the best. Fantastic. Oh, I love it. So take your inspiration, my friend. As both of my friends, as it is delivered in expert fashion. I love it. And do you have anything else, Karis? Yes. Bravo, everybody. Bravo in chat for Karis.
I spent an embarrassing amount of time changing the words to make that fit the rhythm and syllable count. Anyhow, so I sing that to Kyogen, which is my bonus action. I draw out my rapier and shield because there are mushroom boys everywhere, and I would like to attempt to cast Bane on Mr. Kidd, please.
Sure, absolutely. Tell me what that entails as Bane is cast.
So, as I take out my rapier, I kind of like slit my palm as I'm drawing it, and I kind of mutter, a curse in the Wanty dialect of Abyssal, and I again curse him in my mind very vehemently. There's charisma save that he has to do. It's DC 16. I feel like he's good at charisma, but I want to try.
It's a nat 17, so I don't.
Yeah. Oh.
But for a moment, you see as he seems to be weighing and measuring everyone. First Dearna Hall, then Sir Gorbrin, then Kyogen with the intimidation, then you with the mental fuck yous, and now with this. And there's a posturing that's going on, but you two notice this odd kind of fuzziness to the perception of this person. But he looks at you and his eyes widen a bit in a mixture of appreciation and perhaps something else as he recognizes something formidable in all of you, perhaps. His jovial behavior begins to bleed away.
Good.
Okay, Karis, that will take us then down to Dearna Hall. Dearna, what would you like to do?
Well, if he wants something formidable, have I got the thing for him? After Dearna Hall finishes making the circle of blood on the ground, she looks at this spooky dude and says, in like her voice dropping low and getting like really aggressive sounding, she says, and she casts Summon Greater Demon. So there's like this crack, this red crack in space that forms in front of her outside the circle. And like through it, like these two big fists just reach out and pull it open. And lumbering out of this crack in space shuffles a Barlgura, which she then commands to attack him.
Fantastic.
Pulverize him, leave nothing left.
Can it be summoned and attack in the same turn? It has to wait, doesn't it?
It gets its own initiative.
Okay, go ahead and roll it then for me.
Okay, initiative +2 dex. So that is 15.
Oh, good. Well, then we'll let Kyogen go, and then your Greater Demon can go.
It has a multi-attack. That's cool.
Yeah, it has a multi-attack.
It gets a bite and 2 fists.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else from... is there anything else that anybody can pull out? These last 2 rounds have been turns have been something else. I love it.
Well,
Let's do it.
I still have my bonus action.
That's what I'm asking. Let's see what we got.
I use my bonus action to flip him off.
He is flipped. Consider him flipped. Kyogen, you are probably in the best... Well, you and Gorbrin can both are in proximity with Michael Kidd, and then you bear witness to the rent and tear in space as this demon comes through. I'm not going to make you roll to see if it's an enemy or not, because you all heard the call and the spell chanting of Dearna Hall. But Kyogen, what do you do now, my friend?
So free action. I tried to warn you, Mushroom Man. Now you're going to die. So, with that bonus action rage, main action, he is going to Necrotic Shroud. So I need a Charisma saving throw from him, DC 14.
Am I also in the shroud?
10 feet, right?
Yep, 10 feet.
Yep, Gorbrin, you
Okay.
are.
Okay, so charisma saving throw? Okay.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. That's going to be a 24.
You should be fine. What happens with...
So the Necrotic Shroud, essentially, it allows me to deal 7 points extra of necrotic damage per turn on the target. So I'm going to action surge because level 7, fun times. And I'm going to attack.
Let's do it.
Recklessly. Great weapon master. All the fun barbarian things. Using my diehard dice. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
That's 21 on the first attack.
A shovel full of slime
Oh wait, sorry,
gets
28 because the +7 necrotic.
a shovel full of slime gets blasted off of the jacket of Michael Kidd.
Second attack. That's a nat 20 with my Nightfall dice from Die Hard Dice, baby. Ah! Okay, so let's roll that damage.
Yogin's gonna bring the pain.
I need a dice cam. They're both sixes. Okay, so that's 12, 24 plus 10, 34 plus 7 is 41.
Don't forget, all damage is doubled from all effects when you crit.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on. 12, 24, 44, and then another 14. So that'd be 58.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Mushroom Man.
Couple things happen here. As you bring the maul down on Michael Kidd, he pops. As you see slime, almost as if it's bubbling up through a bog, just splits and explodes. I need everybody in this area to roll me a Constitution saving throw, and I also need Gorbrin and Kyogen to roll me a Dex saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, +4, +4.
How
All right,
close does that have to be? 10 feet, though?
Yeah, 10 feet. So it's
Yeah,
probably.
so it's me and Kyogen, yeah.
Yeah.
So con save I'm going to do straight, and I'm going to burn I have 2 left advantages on the dex save.
The
Oh,
Constitution
that's
is.
horrible.
Am I in range for the con save?
Okay, well, 17 on the dex save, 9 on the
You
con
are not in range. Karis and Diurna Hall. Oh, no, you're in range for. Everybody makes a con save. You're not in range for Gorbrin's bonuses. So everyone makes a con save. Kyogen and Gorbrin make the bonus or the dex save, please.
Gotcha. So my con save is 23. My dex save is going to be. It's going to also be a 24.
My con save is a 10.
Okay. Karis, you begin to drop as you feel this choking bile and rough grit inside your throat. We're going to go to the Die Hard Dice Cam real quick as I go here. Lauren, get ready. We're coming out to you in just one sec. Ooh, 6, 6, 6, 5, and 2. So, for 25 damage for those of you that got less than a 16 on your dex save, or 12 points if you got higher on your dex save as the explosion goes off.
That's a lot of 6s, man.
It is. Good thing I had my Die Hard Dice Cam. So,
Which, by the way, you can get such a set of dice at dieharddice.com.
Thank you, Kayla.
So what was the total damage, and what type of damage was it?
What came through, this is simply bludgeoning, so you're going to have it as the pieces of him splatter all over you.
And what was the total damage?
25.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, as we have gone through everyone, The greater demon would now need to make for me a constitution save.
I
In this
already
spot.
rolled it, and they got a 19.
Okay. Your demon is fine, if, albeit kind of hunched over, walking through this spore-ridden place, but under your command, they are. But as things... for the Constitution saving throw, what did everybody get real quick? I think I saw Kyogen get a 9. Is that right?
But with it'd be a 13. Oh no, 12 was that? 13. Sorry, 13 with the paladin stuff.
Okay.
I got the 10.
Kyogen and Karis both drop then and begin to cough as they are incapacitated. And as all of this is happening, we are going to cut, finally, outside this death trap to the walls around this particular place, where we see Perry, the friend of Garnet, and Garnet both leap off the wall into the darkness beyond this space. And as they land, Perry turns and looks at you. We did it. I think we're out of it.
You're still here.
I am. And he rushes and goes to wrap his arms around you.
And she'll like, yeah. Like kind of laugh. Wait, how did... You're here. You're real.
I am.
You love me.
I do.
And she'll like kind of like take a half step back, a little nervously.
But when
Sorry
you
about
do that, they reach forward and Perry like places their hand on your cheek.
And when he does that, just one sec, the spot where he's touching, red starts to come back.
He goes to lift his other hand, almost asking for permission as he goes to place it on the other side of your face.
She'll nod, yeah.
He does, and in the distance that you created between you, he steps forward and he places his lips on yours. And this is not a kiss about the events of the past or a kiss with the hopes of the future. It is a kiss that exists in the razor's edge of now, where all kisses should exist.
Yeah. Garnet turns completely red. Like all of just from her mouth, just the red starts creeping back. And her hair, like it just radiates out. And she's red again. And I think they stay there for a bit, and then she'll pull away and she'll say, "We have to go back though."
Okay.
I think my friend, if you were really there, then my friends were really there. Then the boss was really there.
Should we get help or go back ourselves, or?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody that can help here. If I don't have any magic or anything, so I can't ask for help. But maybe if we tell Dearna Hal that it's an illusion, then she'll be able to get out. She'll be able to help people. But I can't leave them alone. I can't. I don't think I can leave them. I think I have to stay with them. I don't think the boss can do this without me.
Okay, then let's go back. And they put their hands on your shoulders, but this time it's almost like a preparation as he leans back down and again assumes that lifting position to get you back over the wall, but this time to return into the illusory place.
Yeah, they'll go back over the wall, and when they're back over the wall, she'll grab their hand, and is the illusion still there?
Yeah, but you all can see it now. You've kind of, it's almost like when you pass outside of something, like a set of a movie or a play, and you get that odd perspective on a painting or a sculpture, and it kind of reveals the magic trick. You can see the edges now.
Do I see all the mushrooms and stuff?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh gosh. That's a 16.
It takes you a second as the identification of the edges becomes apparent to you, but then you begin to see certain elements. You know, a box in this corner is now a toadstool. A post that's hinging a gate, it becomes a stalk of some great mushroom, and everything starts to bleed out. Gone are the geometry of rectangles and squares of construction, and instead now are the curves of nature, particularly the fungus of this particular growth.
Oh no. Perry, are you okay to fight? Are you still hurt?
I'm okay.
Do they have weapons or anything?
You have everything. Perry does not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Does Perry have anything?
Perry looks to you the exact same way that you saw them when they were hanging upside down. You know,
Okay.
they're dressed in their clothing, but it's kind of tattered still. No weapons to be seen.
She'll take one of her swords out, and she'll hold the blade and pass it out to him and say, can you use this?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll an insight check.
If it's lying, if I'm testing to see if it's lying, then it's the same. It's the same either way. It's an 18.
Okay. He's not lying, but they're saying they're augmenting the ability that they believe they possess. Can you use it? Technically, yes. Can I use it well? That's what's been left out of the description. So
okay. Well, look, it could be dangerous. I just and she'll take out from some other place on her person a dagger, and she'll draw her second sword. Just be careful, I can't lose you again. But this could be really bad.
Stay close.
I want to stealth into the house again, the building.
Perry tries as well.
That is a 28.
Okay, oh, look at this. Kyogen's backstory cometh.
Oh no, here it comes.
Very, very nice. Thank you. Mental. And also, we have hit our first goal of the evening. I'm sorry to interrupt Lauren real quick, but I'm going to
That was cool.
I'm going to throw a poll up in chat. Everyone, please vote. This could help out somebody quite a bit. Which member of the party will immediately gain the benefits of a long rest? This can be used whenever they need it. Gorbrin received one of these before, but this will help turn the tide, if you will. So this is Dreams in the Dark, the first of our tiered viewer polls where you can help shape the narrative of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. But let's go back outside with a 28 stealth, which is godlike, and an 8 by Perry. We're going to meet you in the middle somewhere. Perry's making noise, but you're helping. You know, you see him almost ready to step on like a gravel piece, and you redirect them as they... And you're able to negotiate your way. You don't see any enemies as you progress back the way that you've come, Garnet. And when you get to the doors for the Waterdavian estate, you see on the outside of it, on the exterior of the doors, the double doors, there is a growth that it seems to be coming out. And from this distance, you can actually see it as it kind of pulses and stays, and then grows and extends and stays as it seems to be expanding outward. And it has that brown lined with cracks of white that you would immediately recognize as like the flesh of a mushroom.
Oh no. She's gonna turn to Perry and say, be really careful. Try and not touch the mushrooms. And then she's gonna like kiss them real quick and run inside, weapon drawn.
Okay, as you get towards the doors though, you realize that they are overgrown with this mushroom. They're incapable of opening. Yeah, it seems that they are sealed. It's like somebody has painted a mushroom plaster over the door and it's growing outward. However, it has the same consistency of a mushroom. You can see how it kind of breathes and squishes like a sponge.
Can I see? No.
Did you freeze? We can hear you.
Wait, okay, good. Yeah, can I see inside?
You cannot see inside. Through the field of this mushroom and the doors themselves, the portal is sealed kind of twice over.
Yes, let me just check. Okay. I will at that point then start hacking at the door.
Okay. Do not roll me an attack. I know you can hit a door and the stuff over it. However, all I need for you to do here is roll me damage. And I will allow you to roll parries as well. As he sees what you're doing, he immediately runs up and they swipe down with the sword that you gave them as well. So this will be your first, and now you are in initiative. So
that's so my damage is not great. That's 8, and then parries, I rolled a 1 on the dice, so whatever their strength/dex mod is.
I kept parry straight across the board, so oh, there we go. Plot armor. Karis has just come in for you. Plot armor is 2 times your current level. So if you would like to put 14 temporary hit points, you have those to help you. Courtesy of Red Tornado 333. Thank you, Red. Okay, so with 9 total damage on the exterior, I will, before we jump back away, Lauren, I will tell you this. As Garnet begins to kind of hack at this, she takes a large, almost like a woodcutter slice out of this, and it breaks off exactly as you would think whenever you're cutting into a mushroom. There's not a lot of strength or tenacity to this particular, there's just a lot of it, and it seems to be growing. So as you're cutting through, you make some headway.
Oh shoot.
There you go. Yes, self-correcting.
Can I see through now?
You think that maybe at the end of the next round, if you guys did just a little more damage, you would have reached the doors.
Okay.
So there seems to be, you're making very good headway on this side though. But as we cut back inside, we will go to the top of the round. And at the top of the round, we have Kyogen down. We have Karis down. And we are going to go, Gorbrin, you see Kyogen drop. And you see that as you look around, these mushroom figures are breaking out of what was the furniture that you had been, the illusory landscape had kind of bled and tricked you into thinking it was. And as they crack and turn, their stretched and distorted features begin to move towards all of your friends. And Kyogen drops, coughing. Karis drops. What will the paladin do?
Okay, so he sees this. He's going to put a hand on Karis's shoulder, and he's going to use Lay on Hands and heal her for 25 hit points. Let me just do this in my D&D Beyond. Okay, and so that's my action. And seeing these things, he's going to grab his shield. He's going to charge into their midst with his sword still in hand, and towards the nearest one, he's going to slam his shield into the ground. And as he does so, there's going to be a flash of silver light. And as he does so, out of the light kind of appears this almost painterly rendition of Lady Silverhand behind him, as he's gonna shout, it's like, "You won't get past me! Come then!" He's gonna compel duel with one of the mushrooms.
Do you want to compel duel with the biggest of them?
Yes. And it's gonna be a wisdom 15. Save.
Wisdom 15 save. Oh, he is very compelled to duel you. As you see the big one turn, and you see the gum and the as it pulls finally free of the table and rises up to about 7-8 feet and begins to move in your direction.
All right, he's gonna draw up his shield and have his sword ready. So.
Okay, so as it approaches, Karis, you are down at the end of your turn. As you're sitting there choking, I need you to make another con save to see if you can pull yourself out of this.
I'm going to use advantage because this is bollocks and I hate it.
Good.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, am I in Gorbrin's aura?
Gorbrin broke back off to get between you, so he would be out of your aura.
And then I'm going to use
Wait for me all first.
the inspiration that I got because I want to really hit this. Okay, so 14 plus 1 plus 3, so 18.
Okay.
Let me live.
So as you, much like Gorbrin did before, kind of cough out this choke of spores, you're prone at this position, but you're able to kind of shake your head, and you have regained the ability to have reactions, and you have gained the ability to be able to act on your next turn. So you are freed right now from the spores. It is just at that time that one of these creatures comes up. This creature was going to hit you while you were down, which would have given it advantage, and upon success, an auto crit, which would have been super fun. But you are able to avoid that nasty scenario, and instead, none of that's gonna. Does a 7 hit when it comes in? Okay.
Squishy, but
So-
not that squishy.
As this lumbering, kind of meaty, distorted fist comes in and slams to the ground, you're able to move out of the way just as it splashes into the now generating flesh of this mushroom interior. The other one is going to go after Kyogen, who is also down, and take a shot with advantage. Does an 18 hit? Kyogen?
Yes.
Okay. So, with the damage and doubled up, you are going to take 6 bludgeoning and 16 poison as it smashes into your back. As Kyogen, you feel the blistering of this poison as tendrils begin to sink into and around your ribs, and it's pumping you full of this necrotic slime.
I would like to.
Not necrotic, just colored necrotic. It's not necrotic damage.
I would like to do something in this case.
What would you like to do?
So, as a redemption paladin, I have a channel divinity spell called Rebuke the Violent. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature that's not me, I can use my reaction to make the attacker make a wisdom saving throw. DC 15. On a failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt, or half on a success.
If it's a 15, then it'll be half then.
Gotcha. So that's going to be half the damage as Gorbrin sees this. You see the figure of Silverhand just kind of, her eyes light up, and she brings forth a staff and it slams a bolt into this thing.
Okay, and what's the total damage on that one? It's radiant for
whatever damage it does to him. So the 6 plus the poison halved.
Oh, okay. So that was substantial, as it was. What was your total damage that we dealt there? 6 plus 16 was 22. So 11 then. Nice. In fact, when the silver hand looks, the same hand that is currently clubbing Kyogen, and the fingers and the appendages and the digits digging into his flesh, drilling into the Goliath's side and pumping this poison in. As the silver hand looks, 2 elongated beams shoot out of both of her eyes as you see the arm sever above the elbow, and the creature rears back as she cuts it completely off, and the poison stops its flow into Kyogen. Now, the big one that has been compelled to duel our friend the Paladin is going to make its attack. And the first of which is going to require a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sorry, that's going to be a 25.
Well, that'll definitely work. For a moment, the image of Lariel Silverhand reaches over your shoulder and begins to hug you from behind and begins to whisper in Sir Gorbrin's ear, "We don't have to fight. We can dance. We don't have to fight." And you're able to shake it away as this hypnotic hallucination blasts away. Your vision of Lariel still behind you, but this false one is gone. And with its attack. Ooh, nat 20.
Oh no.
So that is going to be 22 bludgeoning and 10 poison as it
22
smashes
bludgeoning and 10 poison. Oh god.
as it smashes into Sir Gorbrin. And Gorbrin, you stumble back as this creature just the lust in its alien features just wanting a piece of you. Dearna Hall, you're seeing your friends get wrecked as these
Friends.
well, yeah, current your coworkers, your coworkers,
Work associates.
work associates. Well, I mean, I like to think Kyogen's a little bit more in the fact that he's like a personal assistant.
Yo, we close. We close. You know.
You
So-
adequately perform your functions.
There's no above and beyond. This is just the baseline as far
I
as the
can't, I
report
can't
goes.
ever get an exceeds expectations. What a horrible boss. I don't understand.
Love it, love it, love it.
It's only
Okay,
been 2 days.
Dearna Hall, you see that these vague acquaintances are getting their asses handed to them by these mushrooms. You have an ass hander, but what else would you like to do as far as you've released your beast? What does the witch do?
Are there any mushroom creatures near me that look all menacing that they might attack me, or am I kind of safe?
There is one mushroom on Karis. Karis is down. There's another mushroom on Kyogen. Kyogen is way down. And there's a larger one that is on Sir Gorbrin that is just wailed into his chest.
Okay. One moment, I need to check something. Okay. I'm gonna check
Yogan
that.
is fine.
Okay, so they must by down they're incapacitated, not like down 0 hit points down, right?
What's that?
By down you mean incapacitated, right?
Yeah,
As opposed-
Kyogen's incapacitated, no reactions or actions. Karis has broken free of that at the end of her turn. She's down in the effect that she's still kind of prone, but dodging what's going on. And Gorbrin's fine, but just got pummeled.
Okay. Going off of player knowledge, not player knowledge, character knowledge and not player knowledge, I will first throw a chaos bolt at the one attacking Karis. And then I will command my demon boy, who I will call Leopold for now. I will command Leopold to smash the doors down.
Awesome. Okay. So roll me your Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna use an advantage on this.
Advantage.
Yeah, okay, so that's plus 7, so that is a 24 to hit.
Just hits, yes.
Just barely gets him. Just gets him like right in the knee.
You nicked him, yeah.
Yeah. So that is all the leveled spells I have for the day. But let's see. Chaos Bolt is now I roll 2d8 and 1d6, and this will determine damage type and total damage because this spell is complicated because I like giving myself way too much to do.
Love it.
Yeah. So I can choose either between fire and psychic. I'm gonna go with fire. So that's a cool 16 damage. Well, a hot 16 damage because it's fire damage.
Nice. So with that hot fire damage, Karis, as you're sitting there, just dodge this thing's meaty hand as it drops down. You smell cooking mushroom as this fire licks up, and you hear it. It doesn't scream or croak. It's as if there's just air escaping from a bog. You hear like a as it turns around to see where it came from in a very humanoid type of reaction. But as it turns, you see that its entire back is engulfed in flame.
Give her
Any-
a thumbs up.
It's blue flame.
Kika, if you wouldn't mind, roll me straight damage for Leopold as he gets to the door and just starts tearing at it.
Okay, so this is 2d10, 2d6, and then because he gets 3 attacks, and then I add. Let's see, since it's 3, then it would add plus 12. He's a big boy. He does a lot of damage. Okay, so that's plus 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. That's 32 damage against the door.
32 damage. So Lauren, on the other side of the door, as Garnet's cutting through, you see the door, you see it kind of break pieces of the mushroom as it's grown. As you see everything begin to shift and crack as something is threatening to explode out of the door. It's not through yet. On the interior of the door, though, you see that there's no more. The door is exposed, but the mushrooms themselves on the inside seem to have been cleared by Leopold. Also, I will let everyone know that it appears that Kyogen has won the benefits of a long rest instantly in our poll that has come through, so you may use that when you need to gain the benefits of a long rest at any moment. But you must do so before you take your next long rest. Legit. So keep that in your pocket. As we... Deerna Hall, anything else you would like to do?
Well, I use my action. I can, the only thing I can do with my bonus action is teleport, but I'm good for now.
Okay.
Good for now.
So as you stay there, we are going to drop back down to Kyogen. Kyogen, at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, wait. Lauren gave some, what?
Sorry.
Keeps up in a circle.
My camera is just being
Okay.
a baby right
I
now.
just want to make sure you were good. Okay.
Okay, time for a camera reset real quick.
It's.
All right.
Ugh.
So I'm going to do this with advantage.
Sounds good.
Thank God I did that. Thank you, viewers, for the advantages that you give us.
Okay, so with the advantage given to you by the Legion, you are able to, similar to what's happened before, you're able to cough up these spores. You're able to regain your composure to the point where you have your reactions going forward, and you will have your action at your next turn.
Wait. Long rest. Eat it, because it's coming.
You want to do it right now?
Yes.
Okay. You burn it. Give yourself a long rest.
Okay. So do I get my action?
You don't get your action. You'll be able to get
What?
everything. It's the end of your turn. Long rest
Do I
doesn't
get-
mean you wake up
Yeah,
with
you know what I do get? I get action surge. So yeah.
I'll allow that if you want to burn it and then do action surge.
Yeah.
Sure, you could do.
Action surge is coming because my girl Karis over there is down, looking rough. So I'm about to lay the hammer down.
I mean, I do. I look very fine, other than the fact that I'm on the floor.
Yes.
And you did
So-
see Gorbin heal me.
Kyogen's totally freaking out about this. So there's one right on top of me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Kyogen's going to roll to attack with his maul. It's a 21 to hit.
That's gonna do it.
Reroll ones and twos because great weapon master and great weapon fighter and blah 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 blah. 16. All right, so that's 20 on the first hit. Is he still there?
It explodes in a spray of meat and toadstool.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the one that's at Karis.
And by meat, I mean mushroom meat, not like blood and guts. I'm just talking like
it's
the flesh of the
meat. We got you. It's a vegan meat, vegan burger.
I didn't want to be gross. I'm not being gross. I'm just saying that like that mushroom parts.
All right, so Kyogen is going to attack the one on Karis. Nightfall, I love you. I swear they loaded this dice for me. Okay, so that's a crit.
Okay.
Rerolling 2s and 1s.
Tell me when you get more than 6 damage.
Yes, they exploded.
Yes, so you're covered in meat, mushroom flesh from 2 separate mushroom sources. As you boom, boom, go through both of them. Karis, the formerly burning, now gone, Myconid above you, and is replaced by a mushroom part covered Goliath.
Kyogen looks at Karis in free action. I will always be here for you. And I reach out my hand.
Okay, so as we get to this point, we are at the end of the round for everybody inside. So everyone inside, make me a Constitution saving throw. And we're going to go back outside to Garnet. Garnet, you can see that there... Lauren, Garnet can see that there is... The door had burst forward, and Perry kind of stepped back when you did that. And you can see the cracks in the mushroom. One more kind of punch like that or a carve from your side should get you in and past. But before you're able to make an action, Perry touches your shoulder.
What?
They're going to be out soon. This door is going to give, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I do love you. Truthfully. No.
Perry, what do you mean? She'll like turn to him or turn to them and like put her hands on their face. Perry, what's wrong?
I wanted to see if I could love and not desire, if I could be jealous, if it was true. I gave my power to the Hand of Equinox for safekeeping, so I would know. And I came here to find you.
What?
I do love you.
Perry, what are you talking about?
My name is not Perry.
She'll drop her hands. What do you mean?
It's Apollos.
No.
I've made myself mortal. I gave my power to the Hand of Equinox for keeping to. No. You said I had to know. Was it just possession? Or more? It was more. I don't expect you to trust me. I barely trust myself. I will make it up to you. I will prove it to you. Every season for all to come, I will prove it to you.
Why?
It's different without power. Frightening. But you feel things differently. I know what I was before. It's awful. Petty. Insubstantial. But I had to know.
Was any of it real? The time we spent together?
First, no. But then I enjoyed it. I longed for it. I craved it. More than anything, more than music, more than art. Our moments together. You seeing me as Perry. Without power, without rank, or... It was freeing. It was you. But still I could feel myself pompous and arrogant. I had to know. Give me a chance. It may have started with lies, but there are none now.
Why? Why did you lie to me?
I don't know why it started, but I know why I am still here.
She'll take off the she'll like take the necklace out and take it off and hold it up and say, you said it belonged to your wife. You said you had a child. You lied to me.
I needed to be different than how you really saw. I needed to be the other side of the coin. It was wrong. I know that now without the power. I know it now. I will make it up to you. I will prove it. I will never accept the power again. I will leave the court.
She just like collapses onto the ground.
He moves to help, but he does not initiate a touch.
Yeah, she'll flinch away. It's all a lie.
He kneels down. No, not all of it. Not now. It's the truth now. That's why I told you. I wanted you to know I could have been Perry forever. But you needed to know, and I said it in this place of illusion. I didn't want to be another.
She'll drop the necklace on the floor. Was this before or after? You went through the oubliette.
Before. My dear, my beloved, I am sorry.
All those things you did to yourself to make me hurt,
To make you love.
that's really fucked up.
And as that issues out, the door behind explodes open as Leopold is able to break it through at the top of the next round. And as everybody outside is exposed to both parties, the conflict inside the mushroom layer, as Gorbrin is still at a standoff with this large mushroom, everyone inside, particularly Dearna Hall, who's closest, sees the conflict outside as the crumpled form of Garnet and the kneeling form of Perry. And as both warring parties' eyes meet, that's where we'll end this episode of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's what I call a campfire. Love it. Alrighty, everybody that is hanging out in chat. You know what? There's really only one thing left to do. If you all would like to get your set, let's take a look, everybody. If you want to get your hands on these beauties right here from Die Hard Dice, I'm gonna need you to type one word in chat. One word in chat. And it is Perry. Perry. So go ahead and type Perry for your chance to win some Die Hard Dice right now. I am going to take it over to Jason. If somebody would like to volunteer to be the GM and take us through the outros, I will make sure that I get everybody added in and we will do the drawing. Yep.
It's okay. I gotcha. All right.
Oh boy, I asked for that, didn't I? Go right ahead.
All right. So, thank y'all for being here for a crazy session. I'm glad that I got to watch. Glad that I got to spend some quality time with the cast. Is great. And speaking of the cast, we're gonna go down the line and talk about them. First off, we're gonna have the lady of the hour. Let's go with Garnet. How are you doing? Where can we find you on the internet? And What are you up to?
Well, I'm doing great. I I knew this was coming this whole time, and so I've been feeling a lot of things, and this was I did not expect it to happen this way, but oh man, there are some things that need to happen now. I am JL_NiceGirl on Twitter. I play lots of games, kind of all over the place. My schedule on my Twitter is currently outdated, but every other Monday I play DnD over on Off the Table. Thursdays I am here. Fridays I am on twitch.tv/wanderingdm playing The Witcher RPG. Every other Saturday, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I am on Off the Table again, playing Ryutama. And there's more stuff to be announced later. I just wrote a game. It's called The Page I Didn't Write. It is a one-player letter writing game about saying things that are hard to say. You can get it for pay what you want on itch.io. The link is in chat right now. And I also do a podcast called Too Many RPGs. It is a show where we talk to creators and fans of actual play about the shows that they love and why they love them. And we just released an episode this Tuesday talking about The Promise Tree, Little Cup of Joe, and it was a really good episode. Refill your heart batteries. So that's me.
All right, cool. Just so chat knows, she made a great game. So much so that Wise Papa Grant streamed it on Twitch. You can probably watch the VOD on his Twitch channel. It's pretty great. But next up, we got the man with the muscles, the man with the plan. We got Kyogen, played by Jason Teeter. Where can we find you, sir? And what are you up to?
Well, Gronk, it's always a pleasure to have you. You're totally welcome here whenever. It's been highly entertaining. As long as your lovely boss will let you get away, of course.
I mean, technically, I'm still on my break, but
well, we do what we can do.
Yeah,
you can find me on Twitter at JasonTDNDDM. You'll find all sorts of D&D chatter there, ranging from dice to terrain to everything you can possibly imagine. And obviously, I'm a huge proponent in regards to Die Hard Dice. As you can see, Kyogen had a fantastic time this evening, garnering 2 crits with their Nightfall dice tonight, so it was great. That being said, you can also find me here coming in May. I am one of the organizers for a charity stream for Jasper's Game Day. Jasper's Game Day essentially helps raise awareness involving suicide and how the tabletop gaming community can help with that. So just something absolutely amazing. Look forward to a lot of, and I do mean a lot, of the major industry personalities will either be performing in said stream as a DM or a player, or they will be offering up donations. I will sneak out a little tidbit in regards to one of the donations we have, as I'm sure we have a ton of Critical Role fans. Critical Role will be providing a Tal'Dorei setting book signed by the entire cast. If that gives you any idea of some of the amazing donations that we will be having in regards to some of the stuff we will be raffling off and things like that. Another one is a custom crafted D20 from, yes, and I know you don't want me to say this, Greg, don't fuck me, Gil. Gil Ramirez will be crafting a custom dice just for the stream with a fuck for the one. So, yep, lots of amazing things to look forward to in May. So check out my Twitter and you'll get all the info on that.
All right, that's awesome. Hey, check out this guy's stuff. The charity stream sounds like it's gonna be amazing. But next, we got the Warlock with the greatest bird I've ever seen. Giga VO, how are you doing today, and where can we find you?
I'm okay. Unfortunately, I haven't felt like any place has been safe enough to resummon Hemelig yet.
It's okay. Hey, he's a great bird. I'm sure that he's like taking a nap right now. You know.
Probably just glad that he's not drowning.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, so you can find me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KKK and on twitter.com/KikaVO. You can find me at PAX East running 2 panels, one on respectfully role-playing outside of your own identity and one on transgender narratives and tabletop gaming. You can also find me here every Thursday. You can find me over on Soul Bear RPG every Sunday for the Shattered Eye, and next month you can find me every Monday on the Greyhawk channel GMing my first game ever streamed, and I also making the whole game myself, and it's gonna be based on the plot of the Dungeons and Dragons movie, so you know it's guaranteed to at least be slightly better good dialogue quality than the movie.
Hey, to be honest, I love that film. It's a masterpiece. I'm trying to get Cusco to watch it, but he falls asleep all the time. I don't know.
It's a great movie, but it's not a good movie.
I'm
It's
not
the
smart
greatest
enough
movie
to understand that.
ever made in 2001 ever.
But it's not a good movie.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, we got Miss Fan over here, Blinn B, playing Charis. How are you doing today? And where can we find you on the internet?
Listen, tonight started out on a high note. I had the courage to do something I was very afraid to do, thanks to Lauren.
Yay, I'm
If
so
Lauren
proud.
didn't tell me to, I wouldn't have done it. And
You're
like,
amazing. Another bravo from the crowd. Come on,
no,
yes.
don't focus on that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because Garnet will do the worst thing ever, and I want to die. Anyhow, this is a really good session emotionally. Other than that, like, I didn't have a good time out of character because it was all good in character stuff. If that makes any sort of sense, you can find me on Twitter at Blinnebee, BLINNEBEE. My schedule is this show, and starting in April-ish, we're going to be releasing episodes of Virturium, The Wanderers, on Call Me Caulfield's page, channel, everything. Her everything. It's her homebrew world, Virturium. It's super, super great. Can't wait for you guys to tune in and listen to what that's going to be all about. I'm playing a very different character from this one. And then I'm also going to be in Ashley Warren's Uncaged anthology. The first volume is releasing March 12th on DM's Guild. You can get it in PDF and on print. And then the other 3 volumes, because there's 4 in total, are going to be releasing approximately monthly thereafter. I'm in volume 2, so check that out. Lots of great people, great artwork, great adventures, and probably a lot of folkloric figures, all female, that you have not heard of before. So you should probably check that out for some great times. I'm just going to keep fanning myself until my wrist falls off. I love you all. Have a good night.
Now, before we let you go, just making sure. So the Uncaged thing, right? I'm not a huge D&D guy myself, but I hear it's kind of a refocusing of all monsters that are female in the D&D monster stuff, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a feminist take on these monsters because historically in folklore and myth and legend, female creatures are targeted because they are women. So like you'll have they'll either be like a seductress, or there'll be like an ugly old woman, or they'll be bringers of like disease, or they'll be like forcing men to be promiscuous and stuff like that. A lot of negative stereotypes. So people are trying to bring out not necessarily good, like they don't have to be good, but focusing less on the fact that, oh, they're a woman, they're bad, and they're just whoever they are because they're whoever they are, which is neat as hell.
And I'm gonna throw out there, bra motherfucking Zoe. About
What?
fucking time. That's amazing that somebody
yes.
finally did that.
We
Like
love
the
Ashley Warren. Please go
the
follow her.
stereotypes. Definitely. Thank you. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Thank Ashley.
I
and
think
all her.
Yzma's been trying to get me to read some stuff about feminist theology, but I've been doing some work. But I think that's everybody right now. It's like, hey,
It's not.
Dude,
It's not.
I'm
It's
still
not
here.
everybody.
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
you had your
put-
turn, all right? Calm down.
put-
It's like, no, I'm talking my thing. Get out of here. Hey, stop hitting me. Hey. All right, sorry. I'm Koros RPG, Kayla. This has been a great session. I love all of these folks. You can find me on twitch.tv and twitter.com at Koros RPG. I tend to talk about D&D a lot. You will probably be seeing a lot more game design stuff, as I have taken up some lessons with Archmage Derek, because I'm going to be learning a little bit more about game design with him. But besides that, you can find me on the Shattered Eye as the DM on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Soul Bear RPG channel. And besides that, I have a GoFundMe because I'm trying to transition into a trans woman, because I'm tired of living as I am right now. So if you want to help, come check out the link. And I love you all. I think that's it.
Thank you very much, my friend, for or you and your tag team partner for taking us through the outros. I appreciate it very much. Everybody, let's this lovely, beautiful cast that did lovely, beautiful things in every facet, from summoning demons to summoning cartoon characters to going batshit crazy on the dice to singing a beautiful inspirational song to allowing me to absolutely destroy with the backstory provided. I love everybody very much, but to show our love for everybody that's currently in chat and the Legionnaires, let's do these dice things and give them away. What are we doing? What are we looking for? These. We're going for these right here. And boom, I'm by myself right now, but not for long, as we are going to bring up the wheel. Let's spin this bad boy. Everybody, good luck. I wish you all dice and good fortune. Let me see. Other Doc! Other Doc, you won! You won, Other Doc!
Yay, Jim!
Other Doc did it! Everybody, yeah! In chat and everything, Other Doc. There you go. Look at, these are your dice. Boom! They're yours. They're coming your way. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you were here. That's the icing on the cake after our 2 days of dice giveaways. Coming up on the channel, you're going to be able to see this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Highlander, If on a Winter's Night, continues our Cypher System collaborative narrative with a fantastic cast, much like this one. And then Sunday evening, another fantastic cast for Project Hyperion begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. On Monday nights, we have our Lady Blackbird campaign, championed by that salty ginger, as she takes us through the Wild Blue. That begins at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, back around the horn on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can see our Dragonlance, May Black Roses Bloom. And then right back here for our penultimate season episode next week for Dungeon of the Mad Mage, as we see exactly what's going to happen here in the final 2 episodes of the season and how much deeper they can get into shenanigans and into Undermountain. But I appreciate all of these people so very, very much. I look forward to this night. I will start looking forward to it the second that we go offline. Other Doc, congratulations, my friend. Legionnaires, everybody that donated in chat, you helped, as Jason said, these advantages save lives. And you all definitely saved some lives there. Enough for the poll to come active, and just great stuff, everybody. Super duper happy. So what I will tell you is, as the campfire dies down, there is only one thing left to say. You cannot always roll nat 20s, but you can always roll play. We'll see you next time, friends.